Okay, here's another test. Something I set up. See if it works. I want to see if I can send the pearl 400 blocks away and have it automatically return to me. Hopefully that was a good bounce. So down at the end down there, I have an observer with some string. And then it's just, there's a bit of a delay that fires off another one of these that should push the pearl back. Good. I mean, we'll see, guys. It comes right back here. It's gonna be crazy. Not sure how long it'll take, but just another test. I'm not sure what this would be used for, but I mean, it's really, I'm testing to see if we can get it to change its own direction right now. You know, it doesn't have to come back to you. You can make it go left or right. Don't see it yet. That's weird. I feel like it got stuck on something. Got stuck on honey or something because it didn't teleport me. So let's go investigate. Fly the route just to see. And there's a chance it might just teleport me randomly. Okay, I was on the left side, so it should... This is the stop that Groovy came up with. But where is my pearl? Oh, it just showed up right now all of a sudden? This is Maddie's mind, guys. Feeling a little sleepy today, so I'm moving a little slower than normal. Well, that might have been too much of a bounce. Gonna hit something down there. That's another thing we need to work on. Like here, hold on, where was it, guys? We were starting to figure out that powdered snow kind of suppresses the bounce. So if you have some powdered snow on the track, it'll dampen it. But when it comes out of the powdered snow, it's like it accelerates the bounce. You know, like it's like you're pushing it down underwater, and then when you take away that weight, it shoots out and it bounces even more. So unless you want to line the whole top of the track with powdered snow, I didn't really see how it would be effective. Okay, well, again, our pearl never came back. I think it's getting stuck on that honey down there. Let's get to... Let's just teleport here real quick and see what happens. Oh, yeah, it got stuck on the honey. So did this not fire at all? Pistons not fire? That's another thing we were testing. Not sure what works and what doesn't with this redstone stuff, guys. But I figured I'd share it all with you. That way, if you're testing this stuff too, you don't waste your time trying things that we did already. Or if you do, you do it in a different way that might work, you know? You guys know how this stuff works. But, yeah, if you look, like you see, here, let's find a shot. Oh. Did I go fly through that snow? I think I did. And we had too much bounce, so we hit this wall on the way back. Oh man, interesting. See, this isn't perfect, guys. But I want to try this return test again. Because I'm thinking that the pistons aren't working. So that means I have to set up another test. Just to test if pistons work. Like if we can trigger some pistons to move some blocks. With the pearl. I don't know. It doesn't look like pistons work either. Otherwise it would be pushing that pearl back. Because this does work. Here, I set it up right here. I can show you with another pearl. So a slight delay, and then it pushes it right back. And then it hit the slime a little too hard, or hit me, or something. I don't know. But that worked. Try another one. This Groovy's little ricochet method, that might be what we have to do. If the pistons don't work, we might have to set up some kind of just physical, you know, environmental things that make the pearl turn and make it come back and make it change direction. What is it hitting here? This wasn't happening before. I was able to watch it get stuck. Am I just standing too close, maybe? Let's see. Or it had a little bit too much bounce. Oh, there we go. So it just caught it nice and smooth. Send it back and forth. And if I set up the same timer here that I have down there, it would just ping pong back and forth the whole time. That might actually be fun to do really quick. Let's do that. So we'll just put this right here. Some string in front of it. A couple of these guys running down there. Put a block right there. Grab a repeater an easy way. Pick block. Don't have to type. Then we go repeater, repeater, block, repeater, max, max, max. Now when I hit this, it should just keep going and going and going and going. Yep, there we go. Can we load more than one pearl up at the same time while it's moving? I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Let's see. Wait until it fires and pulls back. Boom. Oh! But what if we load a bunch up right from the start and do this? Let's see. Okay. Sometimes it's tough getting these things lined up, guys. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's have a show. Oh! That didn't work. I think, did they all collide with each other since they got sent at the same time? Interesting. Let's see. Easy way to test that. We'll just go 1, 2. Oh, let's gotta get that ender pearl out, or endermite out of there. Here we go. Okay. Huh. Maybe just too much bouncing or something. One of them was bouncing too much. I don't know. But you see, some stuff like this is fun. And I'm guessing that my pearl is just stuck down here again in the honey. Yep, and it launched it the second that I got close enough to that string. So I don't think pistons work, guys, but I'm going to set up a test for that right now. So we're just going to break all this stuff. This observer, this isn't going to be the one that we use. We're going to have to go over here, because then we can go observer. We need the honey block to break it, right? So unless I put... Well, this is what we've come up with that works so far. Setup. I'm not quite sure how else to explain it. But the pearl gets stuck on the honey and it starts bobbing. Activates the observer. So now I can just put... We'll just get a regular piston. And a regular block. I'm just going to put this on here and a block. So if I go back to spawn and launch a pearl... When we go back there, that block shouldn't be there. It should be moved over one spot, right? If pistons work. And if this shot was lined up properly too. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. We're just gonna teleport out there, but let's wait to see just in case. Because if I end up smacking the wall that's at 600 blocks, then I know that my little break didn't work. Sometimes that one honey block doesn't work. The pearl has too much bounce on it. And it skips right over the honey block's hitbox and keeps moving on. But I think this worked. So, now let's see. Nope. It just moved right now. Oh, you know what, though? For some reason, like, I don't think this pearl worked right. Like, wait, is my render distance set to the right thing? 18. Let's put it up to 30 just to be safe. But 18 should have been good for this distance, because 550 blocks was the pearl distance when we were testing before at 16 chunks. So if I was at 18, this should still be working. Alright, that should be a good one. Okay, let's get out there and see what happened. Did that piston just fire again? Or was it firing? Because, I mean, this makes it look like it worked, guys. Piston. Try it again. Gotta try it again. Maybe set up a way to make sure that it's only firing once. Get out of here. Okay. You know, let's get rid of this too. It's a little annoying after a while. Don't really need it. Okay, guys. How could we be sure that it worked before we got here? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I gotta think. Like if it's, I just have to look really fast to make sure I'm looking in the right direction when I teleport so I can see if it was already done or not. We teleport right to this spot instead. Let's get this spot set. 418, -99, guys. Slash TP at cell 418, and then -89. Is that what I said? Nope. Okay. -98, I said. Okay. So, boom, 98. Alright, this will be a good spot to get to, because then I'll be able to see it instantly. And I just have to make sure I'm facing this way when I teleport, and you'll be facing that way when you arrive, right? I think that's how that works. Look, if I teleport back to spawn, yep, now I'm looking that way still. Okay. Okay, we try again. Load it up, give it a second to settle, or we gotta hit it right when it's at the bottom of the bounce there. Boom. Get a nice smooth glide. See what happens. We're gonna be facing this way when we teleport, just so we can get a perfect view of what's happening right away. I'm gonna give this time to work. Not too far. What was it, 400 blocks? Should be about enough time. But you know what? We gotta make sure. I gotta make sure. I should actually time how long it takes to get there so that I know for my tests how long to wait each time. Because it's kind of annoying to sit here and not be sure, you know? And I keep thinking like, oh, is that been enough time? Should I wait a little longer? I should probably wait a little longer. But was this enough time, guys? I think so. Okay, ready? Boom. Oh, it just activates right now, and the pearl just showed up right now. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Testing piston operation at distance from about 400 blocks away. Sorry. Talking to myself here. That looked weird, guys. Saw that, right? I don't even know how to describe that. I gotta actually go pause and look at that. Alright, guys. I don't know how to describe that, except for the Ender Pearl triggered a future action that happened when we loaded it in. Right? That's what it looked like. I showed it to you twice in slow motion with my poor editing skills. But let's wrap this one up with what I'm calling Spirit Stone, guys. And I gotta be honest right now. I don't know if I came up with that or if Groovy Cove did. Because I had a dream last night that he said it. Like we were testing stuff in my dream and he called it Spirit Stone, guys. So I don't know if that's from my brain or if he actually said that. So I'm going to have to talk to him and see if he remembers saying that. But we're calling it Spirit Stone. And it's the premise that these pearls bob up and down at a repetitive, distinct, unique time depending on the distance that they travel, guys. So if you do a short one like this, you'll get a faster timer. But it is extremely accurate and repetitive. And I did like 41-minute tests where I had droppers pushing items into the chests, and it was the same every single time on all of the different heights. So you can make clocks and timers that power your farms or your machines, stuff around your base, that just run off of a ender pearl that's bobbing up and down, guys. I haven't explored this too much yet, but it works. And the way these pearls work so far from my tests, when we log in and out, the pearl loses its connection to us. But it remains persistent. When you log back in, it'll still be there bobbing up and down. This one's been here for 3 days, guys. And it's doing the same exact thing. Okay, now watch. It looks like it's not going to make it up to that observer, right? It gains momentum, and eventually it triggers it. This is like the slowest timer I found. But if one of you geniuses that's really good with math and, you know, tedious stuff that I can't do it, guys. I get distracted and I go fight wardens and stuff. But we could map out all of the different timers and have a chart that shows you exactly what timer or clock, you know, or what setup to build to get a certain clock or timer powered by an ender pearl. There you go. So see, it gains momentum, triggers it a few times, and then it loses momentum, and then there's a long pause. Then it gains momentum, triggers it a few times, and same thing with the items. Do I still have them in here? No, I cleared that one. But we can look at some of the other ones here. Like this one. Same amount of items every single time. Since this one's at the top of the arc, every once in a while there's a miss. Just like on this one. So this one has less than these. A little bit less. But 64.32. Oh, I took this one down too. But this was 64.32. It matched it. Where's another one? 64.23. 64.21. You know, little room for discrepancy with me manually breaking the droppers and stuff and timing things by hand with a stopwatch. So, but same consistent patterns. You can look at the lights blinking and, you know, see the pattern, guys. I'm not crazy. Time travel and Spirit Stone. See you guys next time.